My name's Chris.
My name's Stu, or Didgeridoo. I play the Yidaki or Didgeridoo in the group.
Hey, I'm Charles, or otherwise known as Charlie Zappa. Play the drums.
We've just been to Shambhala in the mountains of BC, and this is post-festival. We're out on White Crow Farm, which is a beautiful, I think it's 160 acres with a river running through it. And there's a whole bunch of young crew out here farming the land, raising pigs and cattle, and doing it the way it should be done. So yeah, it's a great place to hang out and spend some time. OKA started in 2002, and most of the stuff we were doing back then was street kind of stuff, like a lot of busking, real kind of just grassroots, moving from place to place. And Stu and I sort of met in another band and ended up just sort of making an album, and we just started travelling, and we're still going. And Charles has been with us for 3 years, and yeah, we're just on a journey.
Our music's pretty nomadic, it's pretty organic. We kind of it's very much a soundtrack to kind of where we are and what we've been doing. So it's kind of evolved just wherever we've kind of been, and the different lineups, and we each bring a different kind of a background, a different kind of vibe of music and culture to the sound, and so yeah, it stays pretty organic. This is our second year to play Shambhala, and last year was a pretty amazing. Did the same stage as Labyrinth and the Rock Pit, and yeah, it's a pretty unique festival. Amazing energy out there, craziness, you know, all around you, and the shows this year were amazing. You know, it's hard to describe the energy that happens there, but it's you know, you kind of you go into this whole nother world in there, and it was heaps of fun. Heaps of the last show at the Rock Pit was pretty epic, amazing sound there, and pretty good fun.
It's just epic. It's like something that I've never experienced before. Sonically, you just get pounded by this bass, and it's like just quality. It goes straight through you. It's not like deafening. It's just like shakes every cell in your body. There's something about it. I think it transforms a lot of people out there because they just don't experience that type of thing.
A lot of people just find that freedom, you know, they can kind of be themselves. I think sometimes you're outside, you're dictated to what you have to do or who you have to be outside of that, and when you get to go to a festival, you can kind of let go of that and just be free to be whatever you are, or, you know, just kind of express yourself a lot differently and freer. So I reckon that's a wicked thing about Shambhala.
Like many indigenous cultures all around the world, we're fighting to keep our language and our customs alive. And this next track that we're going to do is a track called Culture, and it's simply just about keeping culture alive, keeping indigenous culture, and it goes out to all those of you who are helping to do that, to keep indigenous culture alive. So,
well, I come from like the Yakinandu people, which an indigenous group in Australia, Aboriginal group in Australia, and I think the thing that happens in all indigenous cultures is we're kind of really losing just our traditional customs and our language, and culture is really getting kind of watered down over time, and I think learning to express and kind of go into your culture a little bit really helps to keep culture, indigenous culture, alive, and I think that's a pretty big thing. It's not really, we didn't really go out to do that with our music, you know. It's just sort of something that's kind of happened along the way. For me, it's a real expression of, I get to express who I am, where I come from, and I think that in some little way that helps my community, definitely, but you know, hopefully it's a common ground with people, getting people collectively to really get into preserving Indigenous culture. I think it's a real positive thing, And yeah, hopefully I think our music has a little bit of an influence in that way, which I think is pretty tidy.